Hi, I'm Katie Brindle and I'm here to teach you how to use this amazing latest product in the Hayo'u collection called the Rake. Now the Rake is here to address all sorts of body issues like puffiness, cellulite, heavy legs, lethargy, sluggishness, and general feeling of well-being. Now, one of the easiest things that you can do with a tool like this is to just simply massage it all over the body, which is in turn going to give you the most fantastic sensation of lightness and alleviation. Now, there's various reasons why this works. The main reason is because this angle here is very much about working into something called your meridians. And the meridians of the body flow through the connective tissue. And the connective tissue, or fascia, really does what it says on the tin, which is it connects everything to everything else. And it's a bit like a coral reef going like this. And what then happens is the daily load of stuff that you're dealing with on a daily basis is being dumped into this connective tissue, clogging it up and making it heavy and cumbersome. And it's more than just general movement and exercise to alleviate you from these kinds of symptoms. So this kind of tool is going to simply come in and rake its way through that connective tissue and leave you feeling that all-important sensation of well-being, relaxed yet energized, enlivened, rejuvenated, refreshed. It's a very zingy, positive sensation, which is going to be absolutely fantastic for your general health and well-being. That's why you want to use this tool. The tool is made of ceramic. Ceramic is very, very good for many reasons. One, it's relatively cheap to produce. Two, it has low environmental impact. Three, it's really easy to keep clean. And four, it's thermoregulatory, which means basically it's helping your body release heat, which in Chinese medicine is a bit like inflammation, not exactly, but more or less. And that inflammation is hot in nature and needs to be coming out through the largest excretory organ of your body, your skin. Ceramic also has the added benefit that it is very light, which means that anyone can pick up this tool and work with it. It is not heavy, it doesn't get tiring on the arm, it's quick and it's easy to use. So let me show you how to use it. What you're going to notice is that you've got four sides to this tool and each side has a different impact. This side here is largely for areas like the stomach and the back, where you're just working on sort of fleshy, strong, muscly areas where basically you want to get a little bit of a smooth line going through. This area here is particularly beneficial for working on the backs of the arms. This area here is fantastic for the back of the neck and the shoulders. And finally, this area here is fantastic for swathing its way through all of the meridians of the body, which flow from head to toe, flowing through the fascia. Now, each one of these sides is going to work all over the body to give you an instant benefit in just 1 minute of use. So for ease, I always recommend to use a tool like this in the shower. If you're going to do that, please do not use the tool for longer than a minute at a time, because if you open things up too much in the shower, damp can get in from the water. But if used for a relatively short period of time, like 1 to 2 minutes maximum, you are using the flow of the water over the skin to give you a low level of lubrication, which is ease of use of the tool and means the chances are you're going to do it on a daily basis. If you want to go bells and whistles on a tool like this, I highly recommend using a body massage oil such as the Hayo'u body oil so that you can really, really go for it. And in those instances, you can work up to 20 minutes. Let me show you how to use it. So the meridians flow throughout the body in a certain sequence. So I'm just going to use the smooth side of the tool to start with to just show you what the sequence is. It starts here on the inside of the shoulder and we're going down the arm, then we're going down the outside like so, swathing it across down the sides bits here into the waist. We go down the other side, like so. Then we can do the diagonal across the waist like so. I'd normally recommend when you're doing this at home, strip off and get naked. Now, obviously I have decency to think about, so I'm always having to work through a low level of activewear. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go down the outside of the leg, so across the bottom like so, and down the back, and then down the sides. And then we go up the inside, finishing in the lower tummy. And that is all you have to do. Now, once you've just got the hang of the basic way that the meridians flow, let's just try it with the serrated edge, because this particular serration is what gives the rake its name. It feels like it's just raking through all of the sediment that's got caught up in your body, which leaves you feeling heavy and sluggish. It also exacerbates water retention and general toxicity, and this will support detoxification of the body and allowing the body to keep itself self-contained and healing on a daily basis. So we're just going to take the tool, we're just going to rake all the way through. As I said, this only takes a minute. When we get to the back of the arms, you can then turn the tool round and work with that particular angle of the tool, which works particularly well put those bingo wings at the back, then sweeping it down. You can do long sweeps like so, but you can also do short sweeps like so. You really just want to work into the body and into the sensation of what you feel like. You will notice that the two different waves will feel different because the frequency that they're emitting into the body is slightly different. So it's like a different pitch. It's like this one is like whoa, and this one is whoa, like this. So it's a different sort of sensation and energy, and depending on how long you've got and what you're feeling like on that day will depend on which surface you wish to use. So there's an element of playing with these things and just working with how it makes you feel in the body. The thing that I love the most about this particular aspect of the tool is the enlivening impact it has on my body. I feel really energized. My body feels truly, truly alive whilst I'm working with that bit of the tool. Everything now and the bit of the body I've demonstrated on is feeling really invigorated. I feel refreshed, invigorated. I feel like I could now put on my activewear, get myself outside and go exercise. The sluggishness that I was feeling before has gone. Everything just feels like it's alive and ready to go. I feel zingy. I feel active. I feel like this is a tool that I want to be using, particularly in the morning, to get a bit of get up and go and a bit of va-va-voom. That said, you can also use this tool in the evening, because what you do with these tools is you change the way you use them depending on the mood that you're in. So if I now want to have that feeling of relaxed yet energized, as opposed to purely energized, is that the first thing I would do is put on a slow piece of music, and I would slow down the sweeps and start slowing down the massage. So in the morning, it's a bit more like this, it's a bit more upbeat. In the evening, I'm slowing it down. Once I've then followed the contours and the meridians of my body, I would then take the slow edge of the tool, which is this one here, which is very massagey, and I would then start to very much finish my sequence by just doing a bit of a closing down and just a bit of a relaxation. Long sweeps, lots of loving energy into my body, and just gently taking the energy down from the top of the body down to the lower half. An interesting fact that people don't know is that the energy sequence of the body in the daytime is up in this area here, and at nighttime it enters via the inner ankle into the body to take the energy down into sleep. And you can encourage that process by focusing on the lower half of your body before you go into rest. So just by allowing the energy to just go up here, and then you're taking it down to the edge like that at the end. So that is a really, really simple introduction into how to use this fantastic tool. It's lightweight, it's convenient, it's effortless, it's easy, and it's effective. If you want to be the proud owner of one of these must-have body tools, please click on the description box below and we'll send you straight through to purchase.